What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Hendog, back with another video. And the Arizona Cardinals, yes, these Arizona Cardinals, yes, the Arizona Cardinals that I said last week fucking suck, beat the 49ers? Really? I'm fucking shocked. I'm going to tell you right now, I literally expected them to lose by double digits. I did. I really did. I thought Brock Purdy would be like, ooh, Arizona. He's going to try to go back to his high school days down here because, he went to high school here in Arizona. He's going to try to flash, hey, you guys should have drafted me. I should be a hometown kid. Again, he's going to try to show up like he does against Arizona all the time. And the defense played well. Lockdown defense. I mean, forcing fumbles, interceptions, the batted ball, the force the interception. The defense was great. Kyler Murray ripping a zone read option, pointing to the sky, pointing us to a dub. Hitting, what did he clock? 21, 22 miles per hour, splitting through defenders. He started pointing at the 40-yard line. I mean, I'm shocked. I'm genuinely, when I saw the Cardinals won, the first thing I went through was my video I made last week, if anybody checked it out, when I said that I expected the Cardinals to get beat. I was like, oh, yay, the 49ers, after I just watched the Commanders just beat down my team at home. And, maybe that game was a mixture of just off night for the Cardinals and a mixture of the Washington Commanders being Houston Texans of last year saying, hey, we're the team, we're here. So, what was the game last week? An outlier? What was that? Because all in all, the Arizona Cardinals ain't giving me shit to kind of go off of how to judge this team. I mean, they're 2-3, second in the division. If you told me that would be 2-3, but our 2 wins came against the Rams and Niners, one, I did think we'd beat the Rams. But I did, too, think we'd split with the Niners. If you watch my season preview, I did say we'd split with the Niners. But I said we'd split with the Niners because, one, we'd be at home. I think in Week 18 we're home. And by that time, maybe the Niners would be the 1 seed and they wouldn't really have to play for anything, while us maybe fighting for a wild card or, just because we're at home in Week 18 last week of the season, maybe we'd win. So that's why I predicted we'd win that game. But Week 5 game, I know without Christian McCaffrey, but Week 5 with Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, again, the defense has allowed Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, Cliff fucking Kingsbury, our former head coach who couldn't score, 40-plus points in his entire coaching years at Arizona, drops 40 points on us. That same Arizona Cardinals defense? Oh, I mean, shit. It was a gut check between weeks of practice, I'm assuming. So, Jonathan Gannon doesn't really yell at his players, it sounds like, but something must have been said, right? There must have been some, soul-to-soul going on, some man-to-man guys. If JG ain't yelling, Buddha's yelling. If y'all haven't seen that all-or-nothing clip, the year that I think it was the last year the Arizona Cardinals with Cliff Kingsbury, Buddha Baker was he started yelling, I'm tired of losing, man. Fuck this shit. Y'all better dig deep. Find a way to win because I'm tired of losing. He was crying. He was yelling. Shit, if JG ain't going to yell, Buddha will yell. And that's why I want Buddha to stay at this team because he's a leader. And if JG's one way, it doesn't hurt to have Buddha help you translate in another way. Like an angry translator, if you know what I'm saying. But Buddha is just, and then Buddha literally last week had an off week, missed a couple tackles. This week, laid the fucking boom, baby. Buddha Baker laying the boom. Force, tackles that led to forced fumbles. Jesse Luketa strip sack. Literally, he was inactive for the first 4 weeks of the season. Comes in first week, strip sack on George Kittle. And I mean, we gotta be honest. We have to be honest here. The 49ers lost their kicker. Okay, so the game had to go differently for the Niners. They had to go down the field to score a touchdown. I mean, I thought maybe if they got really close enough, their punter could kick a field goal because he did last time when they got close. But I imagine Kyle Shanahan didn't want to risk it, so he just played for a touchdown. So the Cardinals did get lucky in that aspect where that The Niners got dealt a bad set of cards there with their kicker going down. But I don't know. It's so hard to really I'm still trying to process it. Like, it takes me multiple days to process the D-backs blow in the playoffs. And then the whole week I just expected the Cardinals to lose this game. And I was proved wrong. I got to be honest. I was proved wrong. I thought Jordan Mason would run for at least 125 yards against us because we allowed 200 yards rushing to the freaking Lions. I mean, they're a good rushing team, but we allowed nearly 100-yard rushers. And then we saw what the Commanders did with Jane Daniels, McNichols, and Brian Robinson. Should imagine they had Austin Eckler. But no, Jordan Mason only had 89 yards. I'm pretty sure he had a fumble as well. I could be wrong. And then James Conner did the exact same thing, but it did more. It seemed like James Conner did more with the same amount of rushes as Jordan Mason did with his, even though we're the team that supposedly has the bad run defense. And then Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't get involved a whole lot. I mean, I don't know if people expect him to do what he's done every year, every week, score a touchdown every week, get 50-plus yards, 100-plus yards. I don't know what they're expecting of this kid. I know he's going to be great. I know he's going to be an absolute baller for us. But let's be honest, he's going to have a little bit of those, And it was maybe a little mixture of just how the Niners were playing him and Kyler at the line, and just a mixture of Kyler going through his reads and seeing the better option. But when it came down to being clutch, when it came down to the important moments, guess who made the big catch? Marvin Harrison Jr. So I'm not worried about it. It's his rookie year. Okay. So what? It's like week 1 against Buffalo. Oof. So what? It's great. It's great to see Marv go off in the weeks in between with getting the touchdowns and all. But to expect him to get all these touchdowns consistently in his first year is crazy. I imagine by the end of the year, Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. will get a really good reputation going on, and that back shoulder fade. When we get in the goal line and that we can do a back shoulder fade with him and Marv, I imagine it'll be so much better by the end of the year compared to this year, and that's because it just takes time. So I'm not worried about Marvin Harrison Jr. Seeing Trey McBride really fucking helps, though. I mean, yeah, he should have had a touchdown, unfortunately. I bet, he kind of kicking himself with that, and he's happy to win, obviously. But, for the Cardinals team, they built a team of guys who want to win first. They're not looking out for themselves, for their own paychecks, for their own stats. This is a team that was built around team first. And that's why, it's a great culture change compared to previous regimes. And, previous GM, Steve Keim. And players just want to win. But I imagine Trey McBride would have loved to have that touchdown back. So him being involved in that offense helps out a lot. Because now we can do, out of those read runs, you see when we have 3 tight end sets with Higgins, Tip, Ryman, and Trey McBride. And now with all 3, with Trey McBride especially, because he's the receiving threat. Higgins is a good receiving threat, but he's a great blocker as well. And Ryman is an all right receiver, but he's a fantastic blocker. Like how he took out Bosa and Fred Warner on one play. That's why you draft him in the 3rd round. But I didn't see fucking more of that. We didn't draft him in the 3rd round for one play. We drafted him in the 3rd round to do that every week. So thank you, Tip, for doing that. But I need to see that more. But when you have Trey McBride in that, you can then run with James Conner or Trey Benson, and then you can do a play action off that with Higgins and McBride. And with McBride's speed and good route running, he can separate from defenders, linebackers, and safeties, and he's a big target for Kyler. And just put it anywhere in his vicinity, and he'll catch it. So it's great to have him back. Thank God. Having Zay Jones will be excuse me, sorry. Having Zay Jones will be back good for this offense as well. He had a good training camp, and he looked good before he got suspended. So having him back will be great. Michael Wilson looked good. Rabbit Taylor Demerson. I just butchered his Taylor Demerson. Pardon me. Literally didn't play like at all the first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks, and then now he's flashing like one of the best like safeties in the team. Even though we have Jalen Thompson and Budda Baker, but now Taylor Demerson is out here just cooking. He's just dealing. So, that's another great pick that Monty hit on. Max Melton looking good. We were out with Garrett Williams, unfortunately, but they held their own. They held their own. Brandon Ayuk, had a big play. Deebo Samuel, it's going to be hard to shut him down for every fucking play. George Kittle's good. He's getting up there, but he's really good still. But we did a really good job defending the 49ers that game. And again, their best player, their Superman, was out. Will he be back when we play them in Week 18? I have no idea. To be honest with you, I didn't know tendonitis can hop between both legs. So, to be quite frank with you, I don't know. He could be back. But to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. By Week 18, the Niners could win 7 games in a row, be back to first place in our division, and then Week 18 comes around, Jordan Mason runs for about 125 yards, like I predicted he would last week. We don't know. That's why it's going to be a long season, and that's why it's been a very interesting season so far. Not just for the Cardinals, not just for the 49ers fans, not for just Rams fans, unfortunately. It's been a weird season for everyone. Well, thank you all for tuning into this video. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and for the support lately. Seeing the comments of NFL fans and Cardinals fans, sharing their thoughts and opinions on the season so far has been great. Communicating with you guys has been awesome. The support lately on my streams and on my YouTube channel, I cannot be more thankful. So thank you all so much for that. This might be the only video I release this week. I will be streaming a couple times throughout the week, but this will probably be the only video I had this week, as I have to work most of the week. And then I'm off Sunday, so I'll probably since I haven't had the last couple Sundays off, I will be able to film a post-game reaction straight off, either a win or a loss. I will say right now, I am predicting a loss to the Packers. If we just beat the 49ers at San Francisco, I'm going off I'm just going to say right now, I think we're going to lose that game. So, it could be close. These Packers-Cardinals games are always very interesting. So who knows? It could be close. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the support. I love you all. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.